I know, but I love it. Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumi Desalu-Vold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you're so very welcome indeed. I know the blonde, but I just had to do it. You know that I love the virgin hair fantasy, and they fulfill all of my dreams. And so they sent me this because I said, I want a blonde wig. I want a blonde. I want something that will be fun, that will be fabulous. And so they sent me this. And when I tell you, I am wearing it backwards because I finally realized what I wanted. I wanted body. And when I wore it, I was like, oh, this is so cute. I really did. I really did. And so I said, you know what, Fumi, try it on and find out from Fumi Nation whether they like their sister looking like a blonde sugar plum. I love it. I think a blonde afro will work. It absolutely will work with the dark roots. I just live for it. And I decided to wear it in homage to Suzanne Somers. Suzanne Somers was a fabulous actress that passed away at 76, just one day shy of her 77th birthday. She was married to Alan Hamel for 46 years. Prior to marrying him, she had been with him, dated him for an extra 10. So she had been with him for a total of 56 years. And that's exactly the amount of years my parents have been married. They were married for 2 years before I came along. And I absolutely respect that, especially at a time now when we are just dealing with so many broken up marriages, broken up relationships. So it's really lovely to know that she was happily married for all of those years. She was married initially, and that was very short, from 1965 to 1968. And that was where she got the name Somers, because the husband was called Bruce Somers. But I am thinking that she had established a name for herself by then. And so she kept the name. And she had a beautiful son, Bruce, and that was her only child from her first marriage. But she went on to do so many beautiful things. She was born in San Bruno, California, United States. And she passed away in Palm Springs, United States. So she very much stayed, you know, where I guess she loved and where the sunshine, you know, was at. For me, when did I discover Suzanne Somers? I discovered her when she had the Thighmaster. I don't know whether you guys can go that far back, but yep, I had the Thighmaster, and I'll tell you here and now, it toned my thighs. I cannot tell you where it is. I think I threw it away or something, but it was because of Suzanne Somers that I bought it. I also remember her from Hollywood Wives. I will put the links below. And she was Gina Germain. She was this beautiful, sexy actress, and she wanted to be taken seriously in the industry. And it was a wonderful, wonderful, very glossy kind of show. You know, in the 80s, it was done by Tori Spelling. It has part 1, 2, and 3. So if you guys are interested, of course, go right ahead and watch it. I'll link it down below. But she was known. She was known for being in the TV sitcom Three's Company. And it was a big deal because she got fired for asking for equal pay. She was that era. She was that pioneer. She was the beginning of the beginning, where she said, you know what, I'm good enough. Why am I not getting equal pay like my brothers up in this joint? And she would roll around in her little shorts and her roller skates. And she was gorgeous. She was that era with that beautiful blonde hair. She was the era also of the Farrah Fawcett. These were the icons that I grew up in that day. The blonde bombshells, yes, because we had Grace Jones to one side, we had Diana Ross to the side, 110% Donna Summer, but for sure we had Farrah Fawcett. For sure we had Suzanne Somers, and she created so many things, and she did and achieved so many things. And I remember she was on what do you call it, you know, that show where they're always pitching stuff. You come up there and you would showcase all of your products and everything, and then you just see it ticking away and people are buying. That was what it was in those days. She was an October baby, so she was a Libra. I say this because my sister is October 20th, Adrian is October 7th, my mother is October 26th. She's a Scorpio, and so she was a Libra baby. And she was known as Chrissy Snow on 3 is Company. I wanted to give her the homage because she was such a businesswoman. And when she was interviewed, she had said that the Thighmaster, of which she had generated $1 million in her back pocket, was her beautiful revenge on how she had been fired as the beautiful Chrissy Snow in 3's Company. Good for you, Mama. Good for you. She wrote 24 books, including 2 autobiographies. She had 4 diet books, a book of poetry. She had a book called Ageless, The Naked Truth About the Bioidential Hormones. And that's what I really wanted to get into, the controversial treatments for menopausal women. And she was heavily criticized. I get a lot of you women. I'm 56. Sorry, I'm 54. I'm 54. And I should be menopausal now. And I was just talking to my doctor about a month or 2 ago, and he said, Fumi, you would not be menopausal now. I mean, you could be, but don't be surprised if you're not, because you had Adrian at 49. That's why. So that's where you're at. It will come later on, but I'm not surprised that it hasn't come. I bring that up because I have so many women who want us to talk about menopause. Christina has gone through menopause, and some of my friends have gone through menopause. Not all. And I was talking to Bina, that's another girlfriend of mine, and she said, for me, it never happened to me. I never got the hot flashes. It just never happened to me. I never got it. It bypassed me. She's 57 now, and that was what it was. But she was big on that, and she promoted alternative treatments, and she really was a cancer survivor until she was not. And she went through that for about 20 years. But she trotted on, and she still pushes her products. She had hyperplasia in her 20s and skin cancer in her 30s. In April of 2000, Somers was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer and underwent a lumpectomy to remove the cancer, followed by radiation therapy. In 2018, it was reported that she underwent an experimental stem cell therapy to regrow the breast she lost to cancer. Oh God. In 2020, Somers fractured her hip when she jumped out of a private tram to her house. Somers died at home in Palm Springs in California, October 15th. Again, like I said, 1 day shy of her 77th birthday. Her breast cancer had returned earlier this year. And she was in all of the television shows in the 70s. $6 Million Man, Starsky and Hutch, The Love Boat. Do you guys remember that? Oh. And then, of course, Three's Company. Hollywood Wives, I think, was a big thing for her. She seemed to have done well. And Goodbye Charlie, Step by Step, Full House, The Simpsons, Disney World Christmas Day Parade, she was there. Kathy Griffin, My Life on the D List. Yes, the Home Shopping Network. That was what I was trying to remember. And then she appeared as a guest on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and also was a contestant in 2015 for Dancing with the Stars. And I think she kind of just slowed down from 2017. She had done a slew of films: Serial Mom, The Nutty Professor. So God bless you, Suzanne. May your beautiful soul rest in eternal peace. You had a full life. As the Bible says, you get 3 scores and 10. So you get a 20, a 20, 20, 20, 40, 60, and a 10, 70. And she lived to be almost literally 77 with her true love, and for 56 years out of that. So she literally met him when she was like 21, and she lived this wonderful, colorful life as an actress, as an author, as a singer, as a businesswoman. Thank you for coloring my life. You really did. You made it bright with that beautiful smile of yours. You did. You absolutely did. And thank you for being a pioneer, because I remember so very well. You sat up from Three's company and you stood your ground that you wanted more money. A lot of women stood up. Like, that's brave, that you're going to jeopardize your career because of that. And she only flourished. She only flourished. And she was a big advocate about menopause. And she spoke about it so openly, so freely, at a time when they didn't, and at a time now when it's still kind of closed off. And I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to bring my friends over. We were going to have a sit down chat. And I have two really great girlfriends, Beverly and Jenny, and we are going to sit down. You guys, as a matter of fact, let me know. Do you want to have this episode about menopause? Let us talk about it. Let's be open up about it. For those that are lagging behind like myself, it's good for us to have that information also and know what, women are going through, because it's a natural stage in our lives and we should embrace it. And let me know if you say, Fumi, no, I don't think this wig is for you, sis. Not a problem. You know me, I'll try everything, and I wanted to wear it truly in homage of Suzanne Somers. And now that I think about it, I think Farrah Fawcett also passed away from breast cancer as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yes, my darling, sending you all of my love, sending you so much love and support for those that are going through breast cancer. And that's why when I'm doing my shapewear, I have you guys. Yes, I do. It was one of the things I wanted to do, because I've had friends that are going through it. I've had friends that have passed away from breast cancer. And when I was very little, 8 or 9, I said that I wanted to do this. So for a number of reasons, I really wanted to pay homage to the beautiful Suzanne Somers, and I send my deepest condolences to her family and to her wonderful son, and she will forever live through all of you. And I see the work that you do on her Instagram page as well. Thank you so much, guys. Again, leave everything down in the comment section, and I will see you all sooner than later. Alrighty.